everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this DIY we are going to make some more glam books. These books are only $1.25 each. Alright, I have 3 books, 3 different sizes. I have this one, this one, this one. Go ahead and remove the covers from each book. Since I'm using these for decor only, there's no need to open it and read it. So I'm going to take some Mod Podge, put it inside this cup, and glue the pages closed. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just put some of the Mod Podge right on top of the pages. And make sure you're holding your book closed. Okay, just like that. You want to make sure that the glue is smooth. So I'll take the heavier book and put it on top until the glue dries. Now I'll do this one. Okay, I'll put this one on top of this one. So I'm going to do the same thing for this one and then come back. Okay guys, I forgot to mention, you do need to glue the book cover to the first page. And you need to do that on both sides of the book. Okay, I went ahead and put some weights on the books to make sure that they stay closed while they dried. All 3 are dry. So now I'm going to use some of this semi-gloss white Rust-Oleum paint, and I'm going to paint all 3 books white. And when I paint them, I'll paint everything. The front, the back, the sides, the whole 9 yards. So once they dry, I'll come back and move on to the next step. Okay guys, so finally I'm back. When I first started this DIY, it was about 2, maybe 2.5 weeks ago. And I had an incident where I twisted my ankle and it put me out of commission for quite a while. So I'm back, and I believe I left off gluing my pages together. But I went ahead and painted my books. I painted this book and I put tape over the pages, and actually my daughter Heather, she helped me with that, but I've already removed the tape off the pages here, and I've already removed the tape off these pages as well. So let's just go ahead and I'll show you the tape. And I did it because I wanted the pages to stay white. Yeah, so here's some of the paint did see through, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just go over it with some white paint. Okay, so now this is what we have. Okay, now these pages need to be done over in white too. So I'm just going to get some white paint and paint these pages white. As for this book, I'm going to do these pages blue. I have this acrylic decor paint, and it's in the color crystal blue. Okay, so I'll let that dry and then come in with a second coat. Alright, so now we'll put some white in here. So now I'll do the same thing with this book. I'm going to go over the white pages with white paint. Also off camera, I'll go ahead and put the second coat on this one, and this one as well, and then move on to the next. Okay guys, I'm back, and here's what my pages look like. So what I want to do now is put some glitter on my pages. And I found these beautiful colors at Hobby Lobby. I might mix 2 together and then just use one on one book. I'm not sure yet. But I'm definitely going to use this color along on this book. And it's called Ultra Fine Aqua Iris. Okay, so next I'm going to use some of my Wicked Stick It. And I'm going to use this to apply the glitter. So let's get started. put this paper down to catch the excess glitter. Ooh, this Tiffany blue, green, whatever is so pretty. Now I'm going to let that completely dry, and then I'll come back in with another layer. Okay guys, I'm back, and this is after 2 coats of the Wicked Stick It adhesive and the glitter. I like the way it looks. Now you could put Mod Podge over it to set it, but as for me, I'm going to use this Got to Be Glued hairspray. I like it because it holds the glitter in place really well, and it really doesn't affect the sheen from the glitter. Alright, so I'm going to let that dry and then spray it one more time. Once it dries, I'll move on to the next step. Okay guys, so while I'm waiting for the hairspray to dry on the white book, off camera went ahead and added some Wicked Stick It to the pages. And now I have some white glitter, and it's called Bright. So I'm just going to pour it on just like I did the other one. And I'm going to take this fan brush and use it to help spread the glitter onto the pages. Isn't it pretty? So I'm going to go ahead and clean this off the cover, and then I'm going to seal this with the hairspray, come in with another layer of the Wicked Stick It, and then pour more glitter and seal it as well. And then we'll move on to the next step. And I'll do this to the large book as well. Okay, since I have my white glitter out and ready to go, I went ahead and started putting some Wicked Stick It on my cover. And now I'm going to put some glitter on my cover. And I'm just patting it to make sure that everything is covered. Okay, once it's covered, go ahead and shake off the excess. So now we have this. So now I'll let the Wicked Stick It dry, and once it dries, I'm going to varnish the glitter down into the Wicked Stick It. Okay, so here's our book so far. So what I'm going to do is actually take this and seal it with some clear spray paint, the sides and the front. Once I do that, I'll come back and we'll decorate. Okay guys, so while we're waiting on the white book to dry, let's go ahead and add some color to this one. So again, I'm going to take some Wicked Stick It and put it on the cover just like I did the white book. I'm going to let this dry. Then I'll spray it with some of the hairspray. Then I'll do another coat of Wicked Stick It and another layer of glitter. Alright, and I'll go ahead and do the large one as well, and then we'll come. Okay guys, I'm back, and as you can see, just bring the clear on, dulled out the finish, but that's okay. I had to add something to make it a little bit smoother. So here I have some vinyl that's very close to the color of the glitter. You really can't see the design, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. And y'all, this is my standard grip board from Temu.com. It's just as good as the Cricut one, so save your money and go to Temu.com and get you one. Go ahead and cut out my designs. My battery died and I was about to put my transfer paper on here. But before I do that, I'm going to use this one. I think I picked this one up from Dollar Tree. Alright, so finally it's revealed. This is what I'm going to put on the front of my book. Right here. Okay, So now I'll take my transfer tape and put it on there. Varnish it down. Now this is old transfer paper that I've used before. Alright, so now we have it transferred. Now let's go ahead and center it. Alright, so I was missing a piece from here. Okay, so there we go. So next up I have Tiffany & Company. So I'm going to do the same thing. And we want to put this right on the side. So yeah, this is what we have so far. Okay guys, so this is actually the next night. And next up I have some of these party shot glass rings. I found them about maybe a month or two months ago. And I said, well, these are diamond shaped. And of course I love diamonds. I just figured I could probably find something to do with them. And I have a couple of other ideas as to how I can use them as well. This one is sealed. It's really good and sealed. And again, they got to be hairspray to seal it. This is my smallest book and it's going to be on top. So I figured I would use these on the book. Maybe one or two, maybe three, I don't know. The first one I want to cut the top off. Make sure that it's flush. First piece I want to put like on here just like that. I want to put it at an angle. I don't know if I want to use all three. I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to go ahead and use my hot knife and cut this directly in half. And then maybe this piece like this. So maybe something along these lines. So now it's a matter of figuring out, do I want to use silver glitter to paint my diamonds or do I want to make them white? I'm doing silver, maybe a little bit of black, I'm not sure yet, but I'm doing silver, white, and the Tiffany blue. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and start painting them. Okay, so I'm going to take some white paint and paint them all white. And I'm going to do 2 layers of white paint on each diamond. If you have white spray paint, you can use that as well. Okay, so there's 1 coat. Then I'll come back in with a 2nd coat. Okay guys, I'm back. And the paint has completely dried. And because I painted the outside of the diamonds, I need to seal the paint before I add the glitter. So I'm going to use some more of my hairspray to seal the paint. I'm going to use a little bit more of my Wicked Stick It. I'm going to pour some right inside here. And then I'm going to brush it onto my diamonds. So now I'm going to take a few pieces of my large glitter, and I picked this up at Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to sprinkle some here and there just to give the diamond a little sparkle. Now take your white glitter and just pour it on. Give it a good shake. Okay, so I'm going to allow that to dry, and then once it dries, I'll come in and brush off any excess glitter very lightly just over the silver pieces, and then I'll spray it with the hairspray. Okay guys, so the glitter is pretty much dry. I went ahead and put some on the bottom as well. Okay, so I have to lightly dust the glitter off of my silver pieces, and then after that, go ahead and seal it with the hairspray. But go ahead and take your hairspray and seal your glitter. gonna let that dry, clean this up, come back and move on to the next step. Okay guys, I'm back and I have my hot glue gun and I'm going to use it to glue this together. So now I'm just gonna go in with some hot glue just to make sure it stays closed. So now I want to go ahead and glue these to my book. Then I'm going to use some of this Gorilla Glue. It's just a whole lot easier to use. And I'm going to place it right there. Okay, so while this is setting up, I want to add a strip of bling right here. So I'm going to take some of my diamond bling and cut a strip and put it here. It's going to be 3 rows on the strip. Okay, so now I'll just go ahead and measure and cut. Now this has adhesive on the back, but it probably won't stick because of the glitter. Even though it's sealed, I want to make sure that this stays on permanently. So I'm just going to add some glue. And now I'll just lay this right on top of the glue. And I'm going to do this to the other 2 books as well. So when you see the other 2 books again, they will both already have the strip of bling on there. I have this container of diamonds. I have some Dollar Tree diamonds along with some of the other ones. So I want to go ahead and add a few of those as well, but I'll be using my hot glue gun to do that. Now because of that opening there, I want to cover it up. Maybe I'll use a couple of these diamonds. Yeah, I just really want to make it just over the top beautiful. So now I'll just put a diamond here and there. So yeah, that's what we have so far. I'm thinking about doing a thin line of trim around the top. I'm not sure yet, but I want to go ahead and add something on the side as well. So let's get that done. Now, whenever I use this particular bling, I like to put the glue right on the rectangle. So now that's how we decorate the spine. So now I'm going to take 2 rows of the bling and trim the rest of the border of the book. So this is what we have. And I think I'm pretty much done with the top. I might trim this out with 1 row of the bling. I'm not sure yet. I'll try and see if I like it. I don't want to overdo it, so yeah. Now as for my white book, I went ahead and added a strip here. I'm going to go ahead and go all the way around with more bling and then come back and finish this. Okay, so here's the second book. I went ahead and added a little bit more of the Wicked Stick-It and put some more glitter on top because I want it to be more glittery. So yeah, this is what the second book looks like and I'm done with it. And I added some more glitter on the side as well. So this one is done. Here's the top book. So I decided to go ahead and add 1 little row of trim around each diamond to make it more blingy and to give it a more finished look. Now with this book, I've already put the border, but since it's such a big book, I used 3 rows of bling instead of 2. To decorate this one, since it's going to be on the bottom, I'm going to use some large flakes of glitter and some extra fine silver glitter as well. But this time I'm going to use some Mod Podge instead of the Wicked Stick-It. I want it because it's thicker, and I'm going to put some on this plate. And the reason that I'm putting it on the plate is because I'm going to use some sponges. And this is just a regular sponge that I soaked in water and then ripped it up, and I'll use it to create texture in my Mod Podge. Now I'm just going to pat some of them down. Okay guys, so in the midst of me putting the glitter on, my camera died. So after I was done adding the large chunks of glitter, I went ahead and sprinkled some of the fine glitter onto the Mod Podge as well. After it dried, I used my fingers and a brush to remove the excess glitter. I'm just going to brush off the excess. Whatever sticks, stick. Whatever comes off, comes off. Okay, so this is what we're looking at so far. It's just a random glitter look because this is our base book. So I'm going to go ahead and put some hairspray on here. So now I'm going to set that there. Clean this up and then come back. Okay guys, so now I have some of these rectangle rhinestones, and you've probably seen me use these in the DIY before. So what I'm going to do is just put some right in the center of my binder. I don't have a design in mind, I'm just going to put some on there. I'll do this down here as well, and then I'll come back and put all the books together and let you see what they look like. And as promised, here's our 3 completed books. First, I'll show you each one individually, and then I'll show you them stacked together. And here I have them stacked, and I added a few extra diamonds to the base book. Guys, I'm so in love with how these books turned out. I love the color, I love the design, and they have inspired me to change the color scheme in my bedroom. So look for more Tiffany blue designs from me soon. Okay everyone, this concludes my video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Please don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay everyone, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.